Aloha from the Ozarks, folks. I have this 16 by 40 garden shed from our Essential series on my lot. Just got it in my inventory and I wanted to walk inside of here and show you around. 16 by 40 is measured from outside, from the eave to eave. Essential series means that we use LP Smart flooring and LP Smart siding. Aside from that, we build them exactly the same as our Signature series, which is we use premium 2x4s, premium grade lumber, and it's pressure treated, 16 inches on center, double studded every third wall stud every 4 feet, okay? Double studs. So we use lots of wall studs in our walls, strong sturdy walls, single stud at the bottom of the walls, double studs at the tops or the wall caps, tops of the walls, and at the tops of the walls is where we attach our roof trusses to the tops of the walls using these metal hurricane screws that are rated for 800 pounds plus of tensile strength. So for each one of those screws that holds the roof truss on there, that's what allows us to offer a 150 mile an hour wind gust certification rating on our buildings, and that's because of the way we build. All right, we build a better quality building. I want to keep talking about the walls before I go talk about the roof. Door and window frames are at a minimum double studded window frames and door frames. Down there you notice 3, okay? A minimum double studding on the windows and door frames means that the window frame and the door frame is going to stay square with the building, so that once it's delivered to your site and once it's on site and the building has been leveled, that door and that window frame is going to stay square with the building and open and shut freely like it is supposed to do. Other companies may not double stud their door and window frames, which means there's going to be flex in the building when they bring it out to you, and then once it's leveled, the door and window may not open like it's supposed to. Ours will, because we keep those, we double stud at a minimum, so our door and window frames are square with the building, okay? Notice over here, just because of where this window happened to be placed on the wall, that's quadruple stud. So that window frame is not moving, okay? So we build a really well-built walls, and now I want to talk to you about the roof, or the roofing, the roof trusses and the roof. As I point the camera up there, you can notice there's some light coming in through there, and that is because we have a soffit ventilation system that runs the entire side of the building, both sides. Soffit ventilation system. That's for improved airflow, and that's a GRACELAND exclusive. Other companies, well, we have a patent on that, so other companies can't copy us on how we do that. But that improved airflow coming in works in conjunction with this screened-in roof ridge vent that runs the entire peak of the roof. It's screened in to keep out bugs and debris, but it is designed to work in conjunction with the soffit vents on the sides to let air come in and go out. So we move a lot of air inside of this building and get that humidity outside of this building. We move a lot more air than the other companies do, because a lot of the other portable building companies just put a little tiny single vent right up there on one corner and then a little tiny single vent way on the other end, and that's all they have for ventilation, which means they can't move nearly the amount of cubic air footage. I don't know what the right verbiage is on that. They don't move enough air. We do, okay? And that keeps our buildings cooler in the hot and humid summertime, and keeps the humidity, or reduces the amount of humidity in the building. So we build we do a really good job with our ventilation system, and it's exclusive to GRACELAND. Now the roof itself, I want you to notice the roof truss. Our roof trusses in our A-frame style buildings, that base of the roof truss rests on the tops of the walls, where I showed you the hurricane clip goes. Well, the base of the roof truss goes all the way across and then rests on the other side. If you'll notice inside of other companies' buildings, they don't have a roof truss base that goes from wall to wall. They'll take a shorter 2x4 and put it up higher. Saves them money because they can use a smaller piece of wood. But also it loses lateral stability. Our buildings have this improved lateral stability compared to other companies who do their roofs differently, because of that base roof truss that goes from wall to wall and is anchored in using those metal hurricane screws, okay? So that's a big deal, and another major difference between how GRACELAND builds versus other companies. Now the roof itself is OSB roof decking. On the outside of the roof is the metal. Between the metal roof and the roof decking, we put a tar paper, a moisture barrier, and then on the inside of the roof on this particular building, we have the radiant barrier roof upgrade, which reflects out 97% of the sun's radiant heat, which makes a really big difference in the hot, humid summertime. Doesn't make much of a difference in the wintertime, but a huge difference in the summertime, like a 25-degree difference. It'll keep the building 25 degrees cooler than a building that does not have that radiant barrier roof on the inside. So we build our roofs a lot better. We build our walls a lot better. Now let's talk about our floors. The floors are 5/8 inch thick, just like our walls. Siding is 5/8 inch. Our floors are 5/8 inch, and this is LP Smart Flooring from Louisiana Pacific. They're tongue and groove slabs. We also do the same thing, tongue and groove on our siding as well on the walls. Tongue and groove, so they're all interlocked together. Underneath that 5-inch flooring is our floor joists, or our floor joists. Our floor joists are not 2x6s, or are not 2x4s like our wall studs, but they are 2x6s. Okay, a lot of other companies may or may not use the 2x6, so you need to pay attention. Some companies save money by using 2x4s for their floor joists. Well, we only use them in our walls. In our floor joists, they're 2x6s. And like our walls, they are 16 inches apart. You can get an optional upgrade of putting them 12 inches apart, 12 inches on center, which gives you a super heavy duty floor, but the 16-inch on center floor joists are perfectly adequate for a building of this size. They really are. And most people don't need to upgrade to the heavy duty floor unless they're getting like a garage or something, okay? So anyways, that's what's underneath. In the subfloor is a 2x6 floor joist at 16 inches on center. Underneath that, resting basically on the ground, are your 4x6 runners. They're all pressure treated lumber, and they're notched out 1 inch deep so that every floor joist sits down inside of that 4x6 runner's 1 inch deep notch. So the subfloor of this building is super strong and sturdy, okay? Graceland is the only company that I'm aware of that notches out their 4x6 runners to set their floor joists inside of them, which makes for a super strong subfloor. Okay, so that's walls, floors, ceilings, and vents. I've talked to you about all those things. The pricing on these buildings, each month we have different discounts, and sometimes they even change out during the middle of the month. So whatever the pricing is, I try to keep it up to date on my website, on my Facebook, and on my YouTube. So take a look at, on this video description, I should have the listing for the current pricing, which again, always changes out. We do also always offer a military discount, so active duty and retired, thank you very much for your service. Let me know, and then I'll include that discount in the pricing, okay? Free delivery is included within 50 miles of my lot. After we go 50 miles from here to you, then we do need to charge a mileage charge on that, but the first 50 miles is free. It includes us leveling the building, setting it up on the concrete blocks that you provide, and then we'll attempt to anchor it into the ground if that's what you want, and that's included. Other companies don't include the anchors or the anchoring service, but we do, okay? So keep that in mind. If you have any questions about this building, we got rent to own that's no credit check. We got 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, okay? No credit check, 1 month up front is all that's needed. If you do 2 months up front, you get 90 days after that before your next payment's due. Reach out to me if you got any questions. Aloha from the Ozarks.